everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Anthea. Join me on your mat on all fours when you're ready. Arching your back up to the sky, inhaling, pushing back into your child's pose, coming back to all fours into cow pose, looking up to the sky, pushing back into your child's pose, really lengthening your arms over here, articulating our spines while drawing our belly buttons deep in towards our spines. Keep on inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth through the movements. Coming into our last cow pose over here, staying on all fours, getting ready for our bird dogs, and we're also going to be bringing in our thread the needles here as well. We bring our right arm down towards the mat and left arm goes down. We come back to all fours. We go into a bird dog, lifting opposite arm and leg, coming down into the thread the needles. We are here for 6 reps. Coming into our last bird dog over here, opposite arm and leg raise, and then last thread the needle. Right arm goes down first, followed by our left arms. We come up to all fours. Getting ready for our hip openers, we bring our right leg alongside our right hand or wrist. Right elbow goes down towards our right ankle and it opens up to the sky. Big deep inhales as we come down and exhales as we open up. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Making sure our belly buttons are drawn in towards our spines at all times. Bringing our right arm down, right arm up, last rep. Kicking our right leg back into high plank, swinging our left leg around, dropping our left elbow down towards the left foot and opening up to the ceiling over here. Once again, we inhale as we come down and we exhale as we open up. Now last rep over here, left elbow down, left arm up, kicking our left legs back, pushing back and getting ready to bring in our small Pilates ball. So when you're ready, grab your ball. Bringing our ball to the mat, we're going to be starting with our ball resting beneath our left arms and our right hands lifting up, going into our bird dog crunches, opposite elbow through to opposite knee and extending out into our bird dog, making sure not to put too much pressure through that left shoulder, resting on our Pilates ball. Drawing our belly buttons in as much as possible here. Last repetition. And we're extending our right arm and our left leg into little pulses over here. Small little pulses, making sure to extend those fingers and point those toes. Bringing our ball across to our right hand now, resting our right hand on the ball, and we're extending our left elbow through to our right knee. Inhaling and we exhale on extension, drawing that belly button in for me as much as possible, finding a focus point down on your mat. And extending into our last rep over here before we pulse, little pulses up, extending our left arm and our right leg up to the sky. Extending into our last rep over here, release, push our hips back to our heels. Let's slip our small Pilates ball in between our knees. We come up into our high plank position. We drop our knees down towards our mat while drawing our belly buttons in and putting pressure against our small Pilates ball. Making sure that we relax our shoulder blades and we keep our elbows nice and soft. Last rep over here and we release. Push our hips back, remove our small Pilates ball. Coming down for some back extensions, lying on our tummies, arms are extended, legs are extended. Inhale as we drop, exhale as we lift, drawing those belly buttons in, and some pressure on our small Pilates ball as we lift. Our Pilates ball stays lifted on our last rep, and we start to pass our ball behind our back. We start with our left side first, passing through to the left from the right arm, keeping our feet lifted off the mat. You have an option to drop your feet here if it's a little bit too advanced for you, or if you have any lumbar spine injuries. Drawing our belly buttons in, swapping it around, going the opposite direction, trying to keep our chest strong and lifted over here. Last ball pass over here, and release, push our hips back to our heels, coming down into our child's pose. Stretch your arms out on your Pilates ball. Slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time, getting ready to work on pelvic stabilizers. Turning onto our side, resting our left hand on our stability ball first, bringing our right elbow towards our right knee and extending. Making sure that our belly buttons are drawn in as we do this, and we're extending our arms, fingers, legs and toes. Going into our last repetition over here, extend and place our right hand on our right hip and draw small little circles going forward first before we change up to go backwards, making sure that our belly buttons are drawn in and as little pressure on our supporting left hand on the Pilates ball. Extending our right arms long, crunching forward, bringing our right shin or foot towards our right hand in front of us, drawing our belly buttons in as we do this, extending our arms and our legs, keeping the weight very light through our left supporting hand on our Pilates ball, and we release, we change over, right hand now placed on our Pilates ball. Our right knee is beneath our right hips, our left arm is extended, we're bringing our left elbow towards our left knee, bending that knee as we crunch that elbow through towards that knee, keeping that belly button drawn in, keeping those legs extended and keeping those toes pointed. And we come into our last rep over here, extend, bring our left hand on our left hip, drawing small little circles coming forward before we move backwards, changing direction, keeping the weight very light through our right hand on our small Pilates ball. Extending our left arm, bringing our left shin or foot towards our left hand as we crunch it forward and meet in the middle. Keeping our chest fully presented, keeping our arms and legs long and extended, and we release. Into a side plank position, left elbow directly beneath left shoulder, extending up into side plank with our ball extended in right hand, holding it here, resisting all movement while we do this. We're drawing that belly button in, we're extending our right legs long, and we're pointing our right toes. We are here for 30 seconds aside. 3, 2, and 1, we release. Well done, everybody. Moving into our side plank with our right elbow supporting our right shoulder and our right knee supporting our right hip. Kicking it up, extending our left leg long, and our left arm is extended with our small Pilates ball. Holding it here, resisting all movement, presenting our chests and drawing our belly buttons in for another 3 seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1, release. Well done, everybody. Transitioning and bringing our small Pilates balls with us lying flat on our backs on our mats. Placing our small Pilates ball between our knees, getting ready for some bridges, coming to lie flat on our backs on our mats, Making sure our feet are directly beneath our knees, our arms are extended up to the sky, and we lift our hips up to the sky one vertebra at a time while putting pressure on our ball and squeezing our ball as much as we can between our knees. We are keeping our rib cages tucked towards our belly buttons and our belly buttons drawn in towards our spine and our lower backs pushed into our mats as we lift those hips up to the sky. Always keeping pressure on our small Pilates ball, engaging our inner thighs here. Moving into our last rep over here, keeping those hips lifted, bringing those arms alongside our ears now, keeping that core engaged, trying to resist all movement at our torso and keeping the pressure pushed against our small Pilates ball over here. We hold it here for 8 repetitions. Last rep, arms overhead, bringing our arms back down, releasing our hips down to the mat. Coming up to our elbows, bringing them directly beneath our shoulders, bringing our legs up to 90 degrees, pointing our toes, pressure on our small Pilates ball as we come down into a toe tap. Bringing both toes down towards the mat as we do this, keeping our chest out and relaxed and our rib cages tucked towards our belly buttons. We are going for 10 reps of these toe taps. Last repetition over here before we move into spinal twists with our small Pilates ball, rotating over to the right side first, then to the left side, applying pressure on our Pilates ball, rotating through the right again, followed by the left, alternating sides. As you'll be able to see by my facial expressions, this is quite a deceiving little exercise, and this will hit you right in those deep core stabilizers. We get ready to extend our legs now, so we rotate to the left hand side and we extend those legs long up to the sky. We rotate to the right and we extend those pointed toes up to the sky. Keep going, we are almost there. Keep extending and pointing those toes and applying pressure to our small Pilates ball, and we release. Well done. Bringing our hands behind our head, supporting our necks, legs up to 90 degrees. We crunch and we toe tap down. We crunch, elbow through to the legs, toe tap down, pressure on our small Pilates ball. Belly buttons are drawn in and our lumbar spines are pushed into our mats. Last crunch and we release. We remove our small Pilates ball and we place it between our left elbow and our left leg. We bring our right leg up to 90 degrees with our right elbow. We extend into a dead bug while putting pressure onto our small Pilates ball between our left elbow and our left leg. The more pressure you put into that ball, the more pressure will transfer into your core. Last 2 reps over here. Extend long and bring right elbow to right leg and release. Well done. Let's change sides. Let's bring our ball to the right leg, right elbow, and we extend left arm and left leg long now. We put pressure through that ball once again through the right limbs. Making sure that we push our lumbar spines into our mats as much as possible, eliminating any kind of space there. We extend, we bring the leg and arm back, we release. Well done. Extend our arms above head, extend our legs, just open up those cores a little bit, stretch them out. Last big inhale and exhale, bringing our arms up, legs up to 90 degrees, bringing our ball back. This time right elbow pushed against our left leg with our ball pinned in the middle. Now we are moving across our core and we extend our right leg as well as our left arm away from the midline. We want to place as much pressure as we can against our small Pilates ball while limiting all movement at our torsos. We extend into our last rep over here and we get ready to change our ball over to the other side. This time our left elbow is pinned up against our right leg. We extend our left leg long and our right arm away from the midline. Putting pressure against that ball, drawing that belly button in and pushing our lumbar spines into our mats. Last rep of our dead bug variation and we release. Well done everybody. We move into a bicycle crunch variation. We pin our right elbow up against our right leg. We extend into a bicycle crunch. We extend our right leg up to the sky. We change over, left leg, right elbow. We extend left leg. We change over, trying to keep our Pilates ball pinned between our elbow and our leg. Crunching across opposite elbow through to knee, drawing that belly button in, limiting all movement at our torsos as we do this. Extending into last rep and release, taking our ball above our heads, extend those legs long and just relax, getting ready for our stretch series. You can now place your ball to the side, bringing our knees towards our chests. Hold it here. Holding our right legs against the chest, extend our left legs long, moving into a spinal twist, bringing our left hand onto the right leg and twisting it across our bodies. Extending our right arm alongside our right shoulder, looking over to that right hand, completely breathing and relaxing through the stretch. Gently releasing out of the stretch, extending our right legs, bringing our left leg in towards our chest, getting into our spinal twist, bringing our left leg across the midline, looking over to our left hand stretched alongside our left shoulder, breathing into the stretch and relaxing into the stretch here too. Gently releasing out of the stretch, releasing that left leg, bringing both knees towards the chest, hugging those knees tightly. Releasing both legs, allow the soles of our feet to come together and allow our knees to flop outwards into a butterfly stretch. Just relax and breathe into this beautiful stretch. Deep inhale through the nose, and as we exhale, we bring our knees together out of the stretch. Slowly rolling up from the stretch, making our way onto our tummies on our mats. Slowly coming down onto our tummies, getting ready for a back and an abdominal stretch, coming up into full cobra. Anybody with lumbar spine injuries, please come onto your elbows and gently roll up one vertebra at a time. You do not have to do full cobra. If you do not have any lumbar spine injuries, join me in a full cobra stretch over here. Relax our shoulders away from our ears and our chest is out and our chins are lifted. And we release out of the stretch into the counter pose, child's pose. We gently part those knees, we extend our arms long, foreheads down to the mats, hips to the heels. Slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time, we get ready to open up our hip flexors, bringing our left legs forward first and extending our right arms alongside our right ears, gently leaning over to the left side of our bodies. As you can feel those hip flexors open up a little bit more, keep on leaning into the stretch. And we release our right arms first and we hinge it back. We extend our left legs here, hands down to the mat and our left toes facing up to the sky. We hold it here, lengthening through our left hamstrings and our left calves. Coming out of the stretch, we kick our left legs back and we get ready to bring our right legs forward this time, extending our left arms to the sky alongside our left ears, leaning over to the right side slightly. As we begin to feel our left hip flexor opening up a little bit more, keep on pushing through this hip flexor stretch. Bringing our left arm down, hinging it back, hands down to the mat, extending our right leg long, right toes facing up to the sky, lengthening through our right hamstrings and our right calves. Releasing out of the stretch and kicking that right leg back, coming down into our puppy dog pose, hips up to the sky, arms extended, forehead down to the mats. Slowly walking our hands back and rolling up one vertebra at a time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you all enjoyed it.